In this challenge review, we're going to go ahead and create the functionality of our pause menu. So what I want to do is I want to basically create the resume functionality and the main menu functionality. So we discussed that we're going to head over to our UI manager and we're going to simply create these two methods, resume play. So here we have a public void resume play method, and we're going to call that from the UI button. And then same here, we have a public void, we'll call it back to main menu. Now what happens when these guys are called? Well, for the resume play, it's really simple. We're going to say time.timescale is going to equal 1. And that's going to set our game at a normal pace. Now, we also have to disable the current pause menu, which is located inside of our game manager. And it's a private variable, which means I won't be able to access this variable. So I need to create a sort of getter method that's going to basically it's going to have one job. We're going to have a public method in here that's just going to turn it back on. So here inside the game manager, we're going to create a new method right here, and we're going to call it public void resume game. And when we resume the game, and actually we could actually just handle it all right here. We're already controlling the timescale logic here. Public void resume game, we're going to go ahead and say pause menu panel dot set active. We're going to set it false so it hides. And then we're going to say time.timescale is going to equal 1. Save this. And now what we need to do is we need to call this from our UI manager. So when we click resume play, what we're going to do is we're going to get a reference to our game manager. So we're going to get a handle, call it GM, equals, I need to find where the game manager is. So I don't think I have a reference already for the game manager, and I do not. So we need to find the game manager and then get the game manager component. So in my scene here, the game manager has its own game object right here. I'm going to find this object and then I'm going to get the game manager script. So hop back into our code. GM equals game object.find. And then the object I want to find, which is game manager. And then from there, I'm going to get component and I'm going to get the game manager. Now I can access everything through our variable called GM that we created because it's assigned the game manager component. So when you hit the resume play button, we're going to say gm.resume game. Save this. Let's head back into Unity. Click on your canvas. Click on the pause menu. Go into the pause menu. Click the resume button, and we need to add an on click event. So we'll go ahead and hit this plus icon. The object we're going to add is the game manager. I'm sorry, not the game manager, the UI manager. So click on your resume button. We're going to add the UI manager to the on click. UI manager. The next thing we're going to do is go down to the functions, the UI manager, and we're looking for our resume method that we just created. So here we have resume play. So what's going to happen is when I click that button, we are going to call the resume play method, which will then communicate with the game manager. So we'll save this, head back into Unity. Let's go ahead and run it. And when I hit P, you'll see here that the game has stopped. When I hit resume, it goes back to normal. And we're good to go. Let's go ahead and create the functionality for the main menu. Click on, go back to your C# code, public void back to main menu. What needs to happen when we click the main menu? What needs to happen is we need to load the main menu scene. So in order to load the main menu scene, we need that library from Unity called using Unity Engine .scene management, and this allows us to create the functionality of loading a scene. With this namespace, we can access what's called scene management. So we can go ahead and say scene manager, which is only available with that namespace, dot load scene, and we can go ahead and load the main menu. So main_menu is what I called it. Save this. Now, before you run this, make sure that your main menu scene is indeed called main_menu or whatever you named it. It has to be identical to that. Otherwise, it will throw an error. Okay, let's save this. Run Unity. Go ahead and try it. Pause. main menu. Okay, it's not doing anything because we didn't set it up. So let's click on our main menu button. For the on-click is our UI manager. So hit the plus icon, add the canvas, which will have the UI manager script. The functions is part of the UI manager. And then from there, we want the resume play method is right here. We are looking for back to main menu. I do not see back to right here. Back to main menu. Save your scene. Run Unity. And now, when I hit P and I hit main menu, we're back to the main menu. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next video.